So guys, this is the start of boarding out the loft with a plasterboard. We're just looking at the underneath side of it at the minute. We've had to move all the stuff out the way. So this is at the start. We'll come back in a second and we'll see how we get on. I do apologise, I did say that I was going to record us doing the plasterboard up. I did do a video previous to this and found that me and my father-in-law got in the way. You couldn't see what we were doing, so we scrapped that. Just done it, and we'll see in a sec how we got on. So back in a sec. So this is what we've done so far. Excuse the light if it's a bit bright or it blurs the vision. So we've done both top pieces all the way along to the end. I'm the same for that one, except for this one over here. We've done the underneath side as well. We figured for these, as you can see, for the top pieces, it goes up long ways, whereas the underneath part, they go width ways. Just for we found that we'll save boards, but that save cutting them down really. So that's one full board there, that's one full board there, and then that piece there is the other side of that board there. So that 3 foot by 3 foot is going to go in exactly the same place there over here, and then the idea is this piece, all that brick there is going to get battened and then going to be plasterboarded on top of the battens. The same with this wall. I ordered 20 boards, although I thought that I'd ordered 5 foot lengths by 2 foot. It turns out these boards are 6 foot by just under 3 foot. But luckily I'd ordered 20 boards, and I've used, well, it was 20 altogether if we were doing it coming down. So it'd be 5 here, 5 along there, 5 underneath, 5 underneath. But then obviously for this end and the other ends behind me, I would have had to order more plasterboards. So that's why we thought if we do it long ways along the bottom and on the same as that side, we should have about four boards, possibly 4 or 5 boards left, so that we can do one side or just 2 strips. Because the next plan is, obviously, all this was on this side. We've put in a piece of laminate flooring that was left in here along the bottom of the beam that's underneath there, so it seals it off. And all this, the reason why, or the plan put together to my other half for moving the layout up into the loft, was that I said so that underneath the layout would be utilised for storing stuff. So that's why I've put all this back here to prove a point to her, so that, you know, there's no loft space wasted, and it'll be on the same side, this side. But before we get to this side, you need to come up in here with a few bin bags, get rid of all this excess loft insulation, and possibly buy another board or chipboard to go along here. Whether we can use that piece or not is another story. These 2x1 strips were to be used for the battening of the layout, but we will be using them now to batten up these walls. Although I did look on YouTube at a video of how plasterers dot and dab in certain areas, well, on this wall it wouldn't be so bad dotting and dabbing because there's brick from one corner all the way around, whereas this side, because it's got the chimney breast and it stops there, there's going to be a sheer gap along there. So the plan of action is these two last pieces, I don't know if you can see, you can just see that screw there, that's how much of a batten of the joist is left of the ceiling. So the plan is we put a piece from here straight across to this piece, screw them both in either side. That's one batten for the top. We'll go from that piece of support straight across to that one, so there's two battens, and then one in the middle, so along there, straight across to there, and then that bottom beam there, straight across down to that other batten. I'm not going to be touching this wall at the moment, as at the minute the light, I won't show you, but that light there, the switch and the light goes to the light. The people who came in fitted it to the light that's in the landing. So if I want the light on in the loft, I have to have the light on in the landing. Which the plan of action is now is in that corner behind that box, in the main bedroom downstairs. That's where our main fuse box is. It's literally in the corner down the bottom there. So I'm going to have an electrician, qualified electrician, come in, put a fuse in, run a wire up into here, and then have two sockets on the wall down there, 1.5 foot off the floor. A wire go round, up, along underneath this batten, down the two sockets there, and again, and then have one socket underneath here, and then one socket underneath here, and then the light have a separate wiring of its own coming up along to there. This piece here we'll be using, I'll have to order another piece of one of these. We'll put one of these along so it brings it down to here, and then if I get a piece of plasterboard and be able to hold it up, the plan idea is, bear with me 2 seconds guys, is to have it like that, so it sections it off a bit more and it looks a bit more of a tidier job than just the gap. As we found with this, the ceiling and the joists, that there's a few gaps, especially that one by the light, because we had to give a bit of leeway to get it around the light. When we've put it in, it's a huge gap. So just to tidy all that off, really, it's just going to have, as I just showed you, a plasterboard straight along in sections, straight along, and then when the electrician comes in and he puts the wiring across, I'm going to have him drop the wires down so that when we put the plasterboard up first, and then he can come in and then fit the strip lights in, which I'm going to have one by here and then one along there, and then obviously in the middle is going to be nothing, but it's not really going to make much of a difference. So other than that, that's where we're at. After the electrician has come in, then it's the port of call of putting in or battening out for the layout, and all the rest of it. I've measured from the bottom on the opposite side of that board to the top of that back seam. I think I measured it at, bear with me 2 seconds guys, for 14, which it's going to have to drop when the camera wants to focus. It's about 14, so it's going to have to drop ever so slightly, because otherwise I'm going to have to bring it out even more for it to be at the bottom of that, or I don't know. Well, I'll come to that when we're battening it out, as I've got to allocate both fiddle yards, or one, whichever way I do it, for inclines and declines for the trains to obviously be going from Beeton Hough station, well this side the layout, along and then around the swooping corner, and then disappear underneath the board, come round either into a fiddly yard on this side, and then go round, and then come back up, and then appear from this side. I've already got the idea set up for this side, so there's going to be a farm with a load of rolling hills on that side. It's going to come out of a cutting similar to that. It's going to come round, swoop, go further that way, and then come round. Due to the fact of the loft hatch, this board's going to have to be cut back a bit and at an angle, so obviously people can get in. So the lines are going to come round, they're going to swoop in a bit of an S shape, or funny S shape, and then go round and then go down underneath this board. They're going to have to possibly come round again up an incline, and then go round and then come out of that bit there, which I'm going to have to remodel all of that section. Well, up, I think the engine, I think that shed's going to stay there, but from about this bit of the platform here is going to all have to be remodeled. The town scene is going to be up, so that hides the corner, although these three tracks for this corner, or this section at least, they're going to have to be, the two outer ones are going to have to be 4th radius, and then this one here is going to have to be a 3rd, or if I can get it to fit in, another 4th, just so it relaxes it a bit more than it being sharp turns. And then, as I said on a previous video, this piece here isn't going to be as straight as that. It's going to be, curved. I have figured the track plan, that looking at it, especially that main line there, is going to have to be moved more in line this way. There's going to have to be a platform edge along there as well. So far, I'll replicate it, make it look as if it is going underneath, with illusion, and put some cards to hide the rest, to make it look like it is a bit more underneath or whatever. So that, I think that's a left-handed point there. That's going to have to come out. The track's going to have to be realigned. That point there and the point after it, I'm thinking might have to be, well, that point there at least, this one is going to have to be a Y point, due to the fact of it, if it stays there, the tracks, it's not going to look right, so that's going to have to be a Y point. That one's going to have to stay the same, and then going into it, obviously that point there is the outer track, so obviously, because this was by Chester Model Railway Club's exhibition layout, the track work on this for me is going to have to rechange. This branch line, I think from possibly here, is going to have to split off this way a bit more, possibly go the other side of that signal box, and go a bit more off, just to make it look like, it's an actual branch line and it does spur off from the two main lines. And then obviously the point work there is going to, I will have to come out and change and all the rest of it. The head shunt may stay depending on what I do with it all. But yes, that is, well, we should come back shortly when I've got it all done. As I said, it's only that bottom bit there done. I might just upload this video as it is now, and then do another one during the week, as it's now Sunday. I'm thinking we might be getting it done either Tuesday night or Thursday night, depending, as I'm in Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. Next week, weekend, I should say, sorry, is the Warley Model Railway Show. I was hoping to have had it off from work to attend, but I am in work. I will be going in it with it in work. but I will be working. So if you see me, I won't be able to talk too much. I might be able to say hello on the rest of it, but other than that, it's as it is. But yes, I've spoken to a few people. Hopefully after Christmas, January, hopefully by the summer of next 2019, I'll have battens, boards down, and be going through the process of track laying. So hopefully this time next year, I say that it probably won't be, but things how they go with this the models or modelling, it never goes to plan. But hopefully this time next year, touch wood, I will have trains running. I'm doubting it, but I need to have a fixed date or a fixed month, a deadline set at the end of an end of a tunnel, which I know is a long way off at the minute looking at it. But yeah, I've had to give. I know for the last few months I haven't posted up any videos. I do apologise about that. I've just been working hard all my days off. I've been doing other things, trying to get stuff sorted. I am in the process, I should say, of putting together a video of the Warrington show I attended with Chester Model Railway Club. Unfortunately, I didn't get time to video the layout we had on show, as obviously there was 3 of us operating it on the day, but halfway through the day, one of the gentlemen that was with us had to go, so it left us with 2. So yeah, I've still got the video or the second part of the Balor exhibition to put up. That will be going up as well, plus the one from the Warrington show. I've got. I noticed recently, I think I've hit over 170 subscribers. So thank you to all the new subscribers that I've had recently. And thank you to everyone that's stuck with me so far. If I can reach the 200 subscriber mark, I will be putting out either 1 or 2 videos. Obviously it was my 30th birthday this June gone, and as we went to Scotland, we went on the Jacobite Railway. I recorded it on my phone as well as the camera I got for my birthday. Unfortunately, when we were going over the viaduct that's in the Harry Potter film from Fort William in the direction of, I can't remember where it goes now, but where you'd have it sweeping around the bend that way, unfortunately, the door window I was occupying when I sat down to get a drink and I went back up, it got occupied. So unfortunately I missed that, but I got it on the return leg, which it was slightly raining. But that if I can reach 200 subscribers, I'm not saying very shortly, it's whenever it is, I will be putting up that video, and also the video I did last, I think it was just in January or February, when I went on the East Lancashire Railway. I only recorded that from one leg. I think it was the return leg, as I forgot to do the starting of it. So that them 2 videos will be my 200 subscriber reach videos. I noticed that people have been doing giveaways. Unfortunately, if I was to do a giveaway, I haven't got anything to give away. So it's pointless me doing it a giveaway. Although I know Strathpether Junction and Galgorm Hall I've been lucky enough to receive a mug from Strathpether and a fridge magnet from Galgorm Hall. I will be at some point going down that route of Beeton Hough Junction merchandise, mugs, if someone knows of somewhere where I can get key rings, mugs, t-shirts, or something of that line, I will do something similar to that. And then on giveaways, then I'll be able to do that. My father-in-law as well has got a lathe, and he's been doing some pens, which, to be fair, are quite nice. I'll be throwing them out as well in giveaways. So if that's what you're after, as I said in the comments, if someone could let me know if they know of any, and I think Jeff Reedman, or even yourself, Strathpether and Galgon Hall, if you can leave in the comment below about who you used, or point me in the direction of someone to use for them sort of merchandises, that would be greatly appreciated. I do want to get a as seen on YouTube video t-shirt, like the likes of David Watson from New Junction, not David Watson, sorry, Richard from New Junction, Jason from Barnabas, and a few others. You've all got t-shirts, which I would like to get as well. So yes, that has been, well, the update for this, well, I'd say this month. It's been a long overdue update. It's on what, like nearly 22 minutes, so I think I'll wrap it up there. One other thing as well, I noticed that this tape is what they told you to use to do over the gaps. I found that it's not that sticky, although in certain spots like there it's not flush. But Jason, I think I spoke to Jason from Barnabas Junction the other day, and he said that that'll help it breathe and expand and whatnot. So I'm going to see how that strip there goes, and then I'll put up the rest when we're done. So guys, that's been this month's update for Beeton Off Junction. As I said, thank you to all my new subscribers, and for the people that have stuck with me. So hopefully this time next year we'll have some trains running, and then we'll have, well, invites will go around to people to come round and visit the layout. I know Dave's trains, you can come back and do another on tour Beeton Hough Junction again. It'll gladly be received. So guys, I shall see you in the next video, and hopefully we'll have progressed a bit more than that we have. So bye for now guys, bye.